2008 C63 Mercedes, about to perform a recharge. Already they got a new condenser, was in a front end accident collision, new condenser. I already injected into oil in the dye. I'm about to refill it, so this one's going to get its charge coming up here in a few minutes, and have all your sensors laid out to do your report in your field key software, so you can include a report to your customer, live refrigerant readings, pressures, temperatures, everything needed to know will be produced with the sales receipt, the invoice, the work order at the time, and one kept in your records to prove what you have done, and you actually have live sensor readings off the vehicle of what was performed when the car left, to save your technician's ass on, you know, his reliability, save your shop's reputation, and future proof of what was done at the time it was done. It was recorded. If you could record it, if you could measure it, you have proof, you know what you're doing, and there's no disputing what was done. If you're just hearsay and somebody writes something down in pencils, well, then that's up to trust. And if you're in a high volume shop, or if you're a customer trusting a high volume shop who has bonuses, and the guys have to get the pump to work out, when things don't quite work right, what do you think happens with that pencil and those numbers that get written down on your report? Keep that in mind. Then the second vehicle of the day, or not the day, just at the shop, the Pathfinder 2015. So the Pathfinder, same thing. I did the recovery. I think I did a video doing recoveries on these two units about a week or two ago. Same exact thing. Have all your test equipment hooked up. Use your software. In this one, it's Testo software. Or if you guys really want to get extravagant with the field piece or Testo, you could use the Measure Quick. Automotive guys, stay away from that. It's just too much for you. Keep it simple and use. The reason I like the field piece software over the Testo or over the Measure Quick, if it's just for snapshots, simple readings, I gotta say the Field Quick is the easiest, simple to go by. I don't favor the Testo so much, and even with their new long-range Bluetooth enabled sensors, what they say are longer and better, I'm sorry, I don't find that. It's better than before, but still the field piece rules in that neighborhood of connectivity and reliability and range and going through items. I don't care if you have a 300-foot range. If it has to be line of sight with no obstructions, that doesn't count. That's it here. And this is another shop that stopped doing refrigerant in body shops this year. They just retired their piece of equipment. There it is. It is now considered dead. They are calling me on all. They used to use their equipment, but they found out they just can't fight the insurance companies no more. They're not paying them enough. It's gotten too complicated, too many problems. There's a body shop guy is a body shop guy. He is not a mechanic, okay? He is not supposed to understand how the cooling system interacts with the fans and the on-off and the cycling, and when they don't understand pressures, they're falling out of their realms. The guys don't understand, well, I think it needs more refrigerant because the high side pressure is really low, so I need to squirt more in. I don't trust. They say, I don't trust the underhood sticker because I only see 90 psi on the high side, so they want to add more refrigerant because they're used to old school. Or they grab the line and they go, oh, it's not cool, I need to add more in there. Or they go off of duck dash temperatures and they go, oh, I'm filling it up by a bottle and it got cold, so I stopped right there. Those are all the wrong ways to do it. Pressure, temperature, line grabbing, that doesn't fly anymore. And when one or two customers burn up their compressors and go to a dealership and come immediately after leaving a body shop, and the shop gets slammed with a $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000 repair bill to replace everything from burn up because they were using an old machine and they're not accurate on charging anymore, and they're using that universal oil, and they just leave a system loaded with moisture, way overcharged, way undercharged, You will never make your return on investment on an old machine to buy a new one if you keep having these mistakes. And buying a new machine will not correct your technician's mistakes because they are not mechanics and they don't understand how the air conditioning works. And this has been a growing trend of shops who've been doing air conditioning for 30, 40 years are quitting, just getting out of the game altogether, and say it's not worth it. It's worth it more to have a mechanical shop do it and just supplement their bill to the insurance company and get paid for it that way. Therefore, there could be no losses and no mistakes and no problem with the customer giving them a bad name and reputation because they went to Joe Blow's shop and Joe Blow with his old machine recharged his AC. 2 weeks later, the compressor burns out. He's at a dealership with a $4,000 bill going back to the shop. Now you pay it. And yes, you have to pay it. If you're the body shop who just did the thing, you screwed it up, you're paying the bill. And your net profit after you paid all your overhead for that little $100 AC job you did because you bent over and took the price the insurance company said they're only going to pay you, it'll take you years to recover from that. That's all I got to say. I'm not going to go through the charge procedures, but this was just another shop that dropped out of the game of doing air conditioning because it's just too costly. And if a body shop technician is going to do a mechanical procedure, then give him a $4 an hour raise and pay him mechanical labor rate. It's only fair. If you want him to learn and use the equipment and do mechanical procedures, then you pay him mechanical labor rate over body labor rate. That's talking directly to the owners. Get in the game, get educated, or get the hell out of the game. See you guys next time.